Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about my struggles with mental health and substance abuse. A lot of people have said that, I have this innocent look, but I want to tell people, you know what, don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not just this pretty little Latina, without any problems. I've had my fair share of mistakes, and I just really want to inspire people to, work on themselves, like really work on themselves, because that is one way you're going to be able to break these horrible cycles that, or these horrible habits that we have. I can't help but, look at these eyebrows, they are definitely not on fleek, but don't worry about that, guys. That is not the subject. I really hope that this video inspires you guys on working on yourself, and I really want you guys to live a long, healthy, and meaningful, fulfilled life. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I have been dreading to talk about this subject because it has been, an emotional roller coaster for me. And, I smoked, I drink, I've experimented. I've come to a realization that it has a lot to do with my mental health. And the reason why I see this clearly is because now I no longer want to do those things. I no longer want to engage in those things. The reason why I was actually always wanted to constantly chug, why I always wanted to smoke, was because my mind was constantly going. I was never able to quiet my mind. So that is one thing that led me to drinking. And I also struggled with anxiety and depression. And then, when you drink, you get anxiety the next day. I don't know if anyone knows about this or not. Maybe me, because I definitely used to binge drink. So that would just make my anxiety really bad the next day. And it was just a cycle. So I have anxiety, I would want to drink, then I would drink and I would get anxiety. So that's a horrible cycle to be in. One of the ways that I try to, minimize my drinking was by smoking. So it's like I'm letting go of one thing just to get under another, and it's just kind of like not really a good situation at all. The goal is to remain sober. And once I started really working on myself is when I started realizing how capable we are and how crazy the human mind really is. When I first started meditating, the first day of my meditation, I sat down for 4 hours. Some people say that there shouldn't be a goal, but I don't know. My goal was really to, find, a sense of peace and, be calm. And so I literally sat down for 4 hours. And after the 4 hours, my mind and my body and everything, I literally felt a sense of peace. I was so calm. My mind was quiet for the first time, guys. For the first time in years. I don't even know how long, or I don't think I've ever felt that sense of peace in my life. And that day is a day that changed my life forever. I'm so serious, guys. I remember this day. This was the day before my 20th birthday, August 26th of last year. And that day literally changed my life forever. Ever since that day, I made sure that I meditated. And in the first few months, guys, I was still having, my breakdowns, but I was constantly getting up. Every other minute, I was, fighting to feel that sense of peace again. I was struggling with chronic anxiety and depression for so many years that, in the emotional scale, I was just at the lowest. And that's why the feeling that I had that day was so drastic. And now, when I meditate, I don't feel that drastic change because my body is more, used to the peace. I don't constantly think like I used to anymore. I don't, my mind is not constantly going. And before, that was the main reason why I wanted to drink, because I wanted to quiet my mind, because I just did not want to give a about anything. I did not want to care about nothing. I did not want to constantly worry about what people thought. I didn't want to worry about, am I, being rude? I was just constantly worried about what people thought. I was constantly worried about the things that I was doing wrong. I was constantly worrying about the things that I did 10 years ago that was embarrassing to me. There would be thoughts that would just pop up, and I'll just remember it, and I would feel the same feeling that I felt 10 years ago. I was like a walking zombie on autopilot. I would just wake up, make breakfast, wash clothes, fold clothes. I was constantly dragging myself, and I just couldn't wait to go back to sleep because my mind would just not leave me alone. It would not leave me alone. And that is why I would drink. That is why I would smoke. And now, ever since I started working on myself, I don't want to drink. I don't want to smoke. I do not care about doing those things. Before, those things were definitely my priority. Friday would come, I'll be like, hey babe, let's go out to eat. I would go out to eat to drink. I would want to have family gatherings just to drink. You know, that was something that I did for so many years. One thing that I hated about the whole situation was I was already struggling with chronic anxiety and depression. Then when I would drink, the next day I would feel even worse for doing this. So it was just like a cycle. I would constantly beat myself up trying to figure out what way can I get out of this? Like, how can I get out of this? I don't want to live like this for the rest of my life. I don't want to be that kind of mom. One of the things that I had was I was a binge drinker. I was not a daily drinker. I mean, honestly, if I didn't have kids, I probably would be a daily drinker. But I had kids, and that was one of the things that definitely stopped me from being a daily drinker. When I would drink, I would beat myself up. I'd be like, girl, like, why are you doing this? Like, you need to figure something out. And I would constantly try to stop. And I was craving it because my mind would not let me relax. My mind would not let me be in peace. And ever since I started meditating, that definitely changed my life. Like, changed my life for the better. And I could honestly say I would never go back. Now, all I focus on is learning. I love to learn. You know, I want to help other people, and my main goal here is to really help other people overcome these obstacles, and it's possible. When I first started this, I can honestly say it was one of the hardest freaking tasks. It has been one of the hardest things that I've ever gone through. I would break down every single day, like every day, guys. When I first started doing this, it was a mental battle. I was going to war with myself every single day. I would wake up and my mind was going. Then I would be like, you know what? I gotta meditate. I'll sit my butt down and I'll meditate. If I'll get anxiety, I'll listen to affirmations. And I would literally be like everywhere with my headphones. Like, I swear, if you ask my boyfriend, the first few months of my journey, I had headphones on me 24/7. Like, I went through like 3 different headphones because I was constantly putting them to use. You know, eventually they wear off or I lose them or whatever happens. But guys, it is going to be difficult, but you have to keep up with it. You're not going to see a difference the first few days, you know, but you will definitely start feeling like a sense of peace. Even if it's for 5 seconds, that is showing progress. And I highly recommend you guys listen to affirmations and you guys meditate. You guys got to make it a habit and change your beliefs, change your identity. You can't constantly think that you're gonna change just by doing the same things you're doing right now. Right now, you're probably seeing yourself as an alcoholic. Like, that's how I used to see myself, as probably an alcoholic, like a binge drinker. I no longer see myself that way. I'm more at peace. I'm more happy. I am not that person anymore. And it took a lot of hard work. And I feel a drastic change. And God only knows where I'm going to be in a year. So guys, that's the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys were inspired. Please let me know in the comments below what your struggles have been. And if there's anything you want me to talk about in particular, please let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to make videos about that. Don't forget that you are loved, you are beautiful, and you are definitely needed. I hope to see you guys next week. Bye.